I've always been a big fan of Daggz, until now. The day was March 31st, and it was 2:36 p.m. My children, husband, and I were setting up our tent in the forest near our home to watch the blood moon rise. We still had a few hours before it started, so I decided to pull out my Android phone and turn on some YouTube. For a few agonizing minutes, I sweat profusely while scrolling through Family Guy clips with Subway Surfers and useless facts. And then I remembered something crucial. My favorite YouTuber, Daggz, had uploaded a new video recently. I was so happy. I was squealing with excitement and started jumping up and down. After a few moments, I sat back down and played the video. Hello, Daggz Nation, and welcome back to another video. My phone played. I got around 2 minutes into the video when my screen started to glitch. Then a warped Daggz appeared on my screen and started mumbling unintelligible words. I blinked and it was getting worse. Daggz was saying he was gonna let it out. I had to check the time. My silly sauce might be done cooking. I checked. My big red watch and the white cartoon glove was pointing to. No. It cannot be. 6:66 p.m. Daggz had unleashed chaos upon my phone. Fnaf animatronics haunted comment sections, leaving jump scares in their wake. The green skeleton of Brian Griffin danced through thumbnails, his sinister grin sending shivers down my spine. I gasped and fell backwards out of my chair, slowly sliding on the dirt until my head whacked into a tree. But this tree was unlike any other. I looked up and saw someone familiar, wearing a suit made for combat. Was that The Weeknd? I stood up faster than he could say. Spung ung gim boom fling num him yong bong bu gold. The Weeknd stared at me in his intimidating combat attire in pure fear and confusion. I looked to where my family normally would have been, and they were not there, but instead replaced by Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie the Bunny, and 2 plush trap chasers. I looked over at my tent, but it wasn't a tent anymore. It was a Dave & Buster's. I was really confused, but then I looked at the sign. It said, Dave & Buster's with no games. It was all in bloody text. My former kids now ran into the Dave & Buster's. And then the Weeknd combat started to chase me. He was screaming about how he had to get back in the item shop, and he needed to be in the item shop right now. I tried to hide, but there were no games to hide behind. In the prize corner, I couldn't hide there because Jumbo Josh was working there. The restaurant, it wasn't a restaurant anymore. It only served 5 Nights at Wario's lore. I had only one choice, and I had to take a piss anyway. So I ran to the bathrooms. I hid in the hurt girl's room, so the Weeknd combat couldn't come in. I heard him outside of the room, screaming about how he needed to come in. He needed to be back in the item shop. He needed people to buy his skin. But eventually, he walked away. Once I knew he was gone, I went out of the room, but in the doorway of the bathroom stood a tall, blue figure. It looked like LeBron James, but he had the Daggz scarf, and his jersey said the Toaster Pastries instead of the Lakers. He said, "That's not very three-pointer of me trying to run away from the Weeknd," and he tried to dunk on me. I slid under him like in Fortnite and ran for my life, dodging my former children and husband until I reached a room called the Brian Griffin Experience. There was a popcorn machine in the corner of the room. It looked like the one from Project Playtime, but out of nowhere, Daggz.exe jumped out of the popcorn machine, and he halted right towards me. He used his scarf to trap me on the wall and forced me to listen to tape root. I'm so sorry. I'm too scared to read this. I am so fucking scared. But when I finished all the songs, Daggz.exe laughed at me and said, "You're going on a cart ride into your nightmare." Then I blacked out. I was in a cart. I turned around and saw what I was going towards. I was going towards Think Noodles. When I went into Think Noodle's mouth, it felt like I was traveling through time, possibly dimensions, maybe even universes. Then I woke up. It was dark out, and the only thing that was in front of me was the Mega Daggz Mall. Hi, it's me, Daily. Yeah, Plush. That's me. I made this. I didn't write all of the script, but I think this is the scariest fucking story ever. This is what Daggz.exe looks like, by the way. I thought of this while I was high. So, yeah, this is the greatest piece of fiction ever. And shout out to Blue LeBron James for being awesome. I got to see the 3rd episode early. That was cool as fuck. Yeah. If you see this, Daggz, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for making this. This is the worst thing ever. Bye. Oh yeah, here's a teaser for 3 Nights at Daggz 2.